It's obviously a great cause, and you know, for those of us who have family members who are battling cancer or have had people that have battled cancer, it's, you know, it brings everything into perspective.
Well, that's a great word, perspective, and especially when you play a little boy's game, and a little boy's game that can be very frustrating sometimes in wins and losses when you're measured especially by wins and losses.
Yeah, but this is what the game can provide, a platform for bigger causes such as this, and to have Tim Burke share his personal strife and his mother stricken with cancer and dealing with it right now was a shocker to all of us yesterday when we were at the interview, and but wish him well, and certainly his mom and everybody else who's dealing with this in the world, and that we're all touched by in some way, shape, or form.
Tim Burke has had the MO the last couple of weeks with his team. Don't worry, play happy. They're not very happy so far. The message, play for the love of the game. Alex Brink comes in, and there's another penalty flag. This turf has been littered with orange nylon so far this game.
Looked at last night's ball game between Hamilton and BC. Talk about flags.
Yeah.
There was, I don't know.
Illegal procedure, illegal formation. Winnipeg, 5-yard penalty. Repeat, second down.
So another bullet hole in a cleat.
First couple boos I've heard today, anyways. Bombers are kind of getting used to them at this point because the season has not gone well for them, and today it's just been a dreadful start, and you can't even line up properly on a second and short situation.
Well, you played here, Matty, for a few years. You know what it's like here. And these are knowledgeable fans, and it's been a long time since Winnipeg has won a Grey Cup. Desperate for a winner. Joey Elliott dodges one, now fires, and the first down. Clarence Denmark back in the lineup, and that's what Joey Elliott did last week, able to find receivers, able to make something out of nothing, and he does.
Yeah, and what they're doing, you know, Calgary's bringing up people, then dropping back in the zone, so they're really trying to confuse Joey Elliott, which they did already in this series, and then they drop people back. Joey's got to get his eyes off the defense, pull it down, then he resets his eyes, focuses downfield, and finds Clarence Denmark.
Rare first down for the Bombers. 2 minutes into the second quarter. Stands in again, and that one should have been caught by the veteran, Terrence Edwards.
When wheels fall off, they fall off. These are plays that your veteran receiver has got to make, veteran players for that matter. Just not Terrence Edwards, but everybody's got to step up and do their own job. Not try to do too much at this point. One play at a time, look the ball in, move the chains, keep the drive going. Those are tough to swallow when your team's struggling here, watching a veteran put it on the ground.
Stampeders, needless to say, have owned the Blue Bombers in 2012. Bombers trying to turn it around. Lots of time here, though. If they can get a score, get a spark. And again, through the mitts of Terrence Edwards, but a penalty flag.
That ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage, and I'd contest this if I was John Huffnagel, because that ball was tipped coming out.
Pass interference, Calgary, number 28. 10-yard penalty, first down.
Keenan McDougall off the edge. We saw the series before, the play before, where the Stampeders come up and they drop people. Well, they bring people. McDougall touches it right there, so that's live ball. I don't know. Gotta contest that one.
Brandon Smith flagged for interference, so the Blue Bombers get new life again. Three-man rush. Elliott goes the other way to Chad Simpson, who slipped. This team so far has not even been a reasonable facsimile of last week's team that did so well in Montreal. They just haven't been able to get any traction.
Well, it's a well-designed play. They got a screen set up away from motion. You got Simpson, who's an elusive running back, having a tremendous season himself when he gets the opportunity. He just slips right in front of Ken Petway, rush in for the Stampeders.
2nd and 9, Bombers not good on second down conversions. Not good this time, but Joey Elliott was dumped in the backfield, and This drive will continue again.
No, it's almost,
No.
I'm not saying this, but it almost feels like to me that
Calgary, number 11.
So they're
Half the
saying
distance, first down.
Malik Jackson. Shot to the head here.
he goes up trying to knock the ball down, then he just tries to tackle the quarterback. You can see him go up. Malik Jackson keeping the drive alive for the Bombers.
Yeah, the
Take it however you can get it.
Yeah, Stampeders helping out Winnipeg this time. Simpson again. The box was stacked and plows away. Now down inside the 10-yard line. It'll be 2nd and down. You know, you talked earlier, Kevin Glenn talked about consistency. That's certainly something Winnipeg hasn't had. They were 7-1 to start the season last year. And then since that time, they haven't been very good. 7-17. And they haven't had back-to-back wins since last August. Stretch of 26 games. And again, up the middle. And they finally score. And maybe get a spark here. Chad Simpson, who fumbled earlier, gets some redemption. Bombers are on the board.
Well, Calgary threw in the flint rock and sparked this and continued to keep the drive alive. And it's good. Hey, not taking anything away. This is a well-designed, executed play. That's a gaping hole right up in the middle of Sorensen doing his job up front. And Chris Greaves, just a walk-in basic touchdown for the Bombers that was certainly aided by the Calgary Stampeders' lack of discipline.
Starting to look like a rout. Suddenly, Winnipeg gets this touchdown. Who knows what could happen next?
This, you're gonna have Greaves go up here and wall off Simpson, then you're gonna have a nice block on Sorensen right here in the front, dominating the line of scrimmage. Watch this hole open up. Greaves sits up there, throws his shoulders in the hole. It's a walk-in touchdown, and boy, he was fired up for the ball game, doing a little yard ape right there, I like to call it. Beating the chest, saying, let's get it on. That was a walk-in touchdown, courtesy of Sorensen and Greaves, the big boys up front for the Bombers.
9-point game. Bombers stop Jason Armstead this time. Michel Pombriand getting the special teams tackle, and now it's up to the Bomber defense that was really dominant in the first half against Montreal a week ago. They're going to have to put some stops up here against Kevin Glenn.
Absolutely they will, and it almost looked like the Calgary Stampeders, who got off to such a great start. A hot hand to Kevin Glenn, some turnovers by the Bombers, only 3 plays in the first quarter offensively for the Bombers. Almost looked like they lost their edge right there in that series and really became undisciplined and aided that touchdown drive.
There's a direct snap, and John Cornish runs into a blue and gold wall.
Which now the Bombers will feed off of. Marcellus Bowman stepping up there with his stellar play from last week, once again filling the run gaps and really hitting Cornish hard, which you don't see very often. He catches him flush, scraping into the hole, comes right across and wreaks havoc across number 9's face.
Stampeders, the second best team in the CFL. Second down conversions. Been outstanding here in Winnipeg this afternoon. Crowd finally into it. Glenn, lots of time. And the best second down receiver in the CFL, Nick Lewis, does it again.
And he's celebrating. He knows it too. This is cover 0. It's one-on-one coverage in the secondary. Winnipeg brings the heat. You're going to see everybody come, including Ian Logan, the free safety. Nick Lewis is running away from his man. Once again, Javon Johnson in coverage, can't get it done. Veteran to veteran, 12 years to 9-year player Nick Lewis, making it look relatively easy with pressure in his face, Kevin Glenn.
Nick Lewis has never missed a game. Late substitution for Winnipeg. Ian Logan just ran on the field at the last moment. And it looks like Jabari Arthur on the far side. Make that Robbie Bryant making the catch.
This is a clinic, Rod, of offensive production, quarterbacking, moving the pocket, changing the launching point. Kevin Glenn gets the edge, and then he just waits for the underneath to clear and sticks it on Romby Bryant, just a curl flat, timing and doing it to perfection. Kevin Glenn and that Calgary Stampeder offense.
Looks like short yardage again. That means Bo Levi Mitchell time. Talked about Kevin Glenn and also Nick Lewis and their chemistry, and Kevin Glenn said he has played with so many great receivers, but never one quite as vocal as Nick Lewis, and they have been on page one, the same page, since Kevin Glenn arrived in Calgary. The trade with the Hamilton Tiger Cats. What a great insurance policy. Could there have been any better insurance policy for the Stampeders?
Great foresight. A guy that really, like I said, when he gets hot, he's white hot. There's really nobody better. He feels it. He's on a streak right now, but the Winnipeg Blue Bombers were playing short on that series. And watch at the bottom of your football screen, you're going to watch, looks like Ian Logan right here comes in late, and they're playing with 11. So not only do they dig themselves a hole, they're spotting them a player. Tough to find consistency defensively when you're only playing with 11. Embarrassing is what it is. People losing focus.
Well, the Blue Bombers know this is playoff football for them. They cannot lose. Basically have to run the table. This final 4 weeks, try to get to 8 and 10. 2nd and 1. Levi Mitchell depends on the spot here. He didn't have a great second push, but
that
from
first
here
push,
he might not have it.
Yeah, Rod, it's right in front of us, and that push, the first initial push was stuffed. And then you kind of feel your way for that little opening, and there wasn't much there for Bo Levi to slide into and push downfield. And that's an ugly place to be. I say that often when I call games. Playing the position of quarterback in the short yardage situations. They did that on 2nd down so they can try it again, and pretty much a gimme, and they'll do the same thing here. But boy, that is a tough place to be when you're trying to pick up that 1st down in short yardage situations. Everybody's taking shots at the quarterback.
Bo Levi Mitchell, just 22 years old, played a lot of games under the Friday Night Lights. Famous Katy High School in Texas. There it is, 3rd down, and it looks like he got it. He ended up in the backfield, but it looks like the spot belt.
When I played, we didn't have substitutions in those short yardage situations. A lot of teams are going to putting in the backup quarterback, so they're taking the punishment, which is just proof in the pudding that it is a beast up in there when you're trying to dig out that yard in short yardage situations. You ask Schultze back in the studio, or Doug Brown, boy, those big boys are banging heads and submarining guys are coming over the top, and they're hitting flush shots on the quarterback 24/7 in those short yardage scenarios.
Glenn back in, slings it to the far side. And
great second effort.
Great
he
second
paid
effort.
for it.
The former Bomber gets knocked on his can.
This is right at you. It's coming to you live, folks, in your living rooms.
Boom.
Oh, even the official was knocked down on the sidelines. Romby Bryant was catching some flack from some Bomber fans before the ball game. I found it pretty interesting because he was engaging in the banter back and forth and actually stirring the pot a bit. But no love lost from Romby Bryant and the fans here in Winnipeg.
Cornish again. Again, very close to another 1st down. Well, the Acclaim series, engraved on a nation.
Can't wait for that one.
Yes. Kid Anthony Calvillo, his story Thursday, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific, engraved on a nation, the documentary series.
You heard I gave him a new nickname last week.
Who's that?
And you repeated it. It's not AC,
Oh,
it's AT.
I
all
like that.
time.
I like that.
All time.
Yeah, I like that.
That's phenomenal. Love watching him play.
Glenn, deep drop and a deep toss in traffic. Almost picked off. Boy, Kevin Glenn seems to be really going at Romby Bryant. This time, the Bombers get the knockdown.
Alex Subaru's in coverage, and it's a wheel route, and And you're going to watch the wheel route unfold in front of you. Romby, number 83, kind of goes to the, it looks like he's just running a seam and got a terrible release. And then Suber runs right into Logan, who had a beat on the interception, getting away with themselves. They want Bomber secondary there. Good coverage by Suber. Just unfortunate that Logan couldn't come clean and make that pick.
Another second down. Glenn fakes one way, goes the other. Great play. And another first down. Mo Price, head down.
Mo Price. That's a good name for a football player. Mo Price. Mo money.
Momentum right now.
Timing right there, too. This is hit and miss right here. A little hit screen. You watch how the Winnipeg defender recognizes it right off the bat. And the hit screen's such timing. Watch Glenn. Ball's out. Slips it to Mo Price, and right there, kick out block, gives the receiver enough room to find some space and knife the Winnipeg defense.
5.5 to go before halftime. Stampeders marching again. Cornish, right side this time. Now we'll have to go the other way. And Sean Cornish, when it looked like it was stopped for a loss, at positive yardage again. Such has been the season for number 9.
You can almost hear him saying there, whoop, 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 and turning around and going 360 and just making something out of nothing. He's been able to do that quite often this year. He's pressing the hole, his back's to pressing, looking for some space, nothing there. Belly's back and then puts his foot in the ground and gets upfield, which he does a phenomenal job of. Lowers his shoulders and picks up 5 yards.
Another critical second down here for the Bomber defense. 2nd and 5. And they are going to hold the Calgary Stampeders to a field goal attempt. Rene Paredes is going to come out again.
Sun's right in a spot here on a quick slant. Kevin Glenn, we've seen him run it a couple times already to several different receivers. Marquay McDaniel, Nick Lewis, Romby Bryant. That's been a key play for him. Ball's thrown with timing here. I don't think Nick Lewis can actually pick it up because the sun's right in his eyes. It's a back shoulder throw. Tough catch, couldn't make it. And here's Paredes.
of his last 16. 16 of 17. Great season for Rene Paredes. Stamps lead 19-7.